Hold on there. This way leads into the necropolis, a dangerous area. You shouldn't go in there unless you have some business there. Ghosts have been rising up everywhere in the Empire, I've heard. So many have come up in the necropolis that it just isn't safe anymore. It would take an army of us to clear them out, if we could do it at all. We can't even safely post a guard in there. We just warn people away. The Lotus Assassins want everyone kept away as well. First time I've heard of them being altruistic. Things have been bad over the past few, say 5 years. No one has any idea why so many of the dead refuse to return to the Wheel of Life peacefully. All we know for sure is that they're not happy. Not happy at all. Ghosts have been rising up everywhere. It would take an army of us to clear them out. Bad. Real bad. Monks used to go in every few weeks to clean out the ones who had risen. But lately it's become too much for them to handle. You look like a warrior. I'm sure you know that even if you disperse a ghost in combat, they reform again eventually. It takes a long time, but it's inevitable. Leave the dead to their own is what I say. Just block the whole place off and start again somewhere else.
Stranger. You have some spirit to you. You fight like a demon. Those poor lost souls didn't stand a chance against you. I could use the skills of a woman like you. Normally, I don't think much of a woman in my line of work, but I think you can help me with a problem I've been having. My name is Shen. I'm the first gravedigger here. It's my job to look over the necropolis and make sure all the peaceful souls are laid to rest. I've got to dig the holes, fill them, and balance the books and everything. Nice, proper burials. But now, with all these ghosts rising again, I've got problems. No one seems to want to stay dead, and I can't go refunding all the burial money to all the families of the ghosts now. I can't afford it. So, I just want you to do a little job for me. Nothing hard. Just put the ghosts back where they belong. Quiet them down a bit. Well, there'll be a little bit in it for you as well, don't worry. Can't have you going away empty-handed now, can we? So, what do you say? Trouble? Well, they've always been trouble. Every few years, one would act up and we'd have to have some monks come by and put them down. But now they're coming up all over the place. The last few years they've been becoming more and more common, and more of a problem as well. Especially for me. They don't take too kindly when I try to, tidy up their coffins and things. But it also means I can't use those areas of the necropolis. It's too dangerous now. So, you interested? Well, forever. There's always someone who doesn't rest too easy in their grave. Not here, anyway. Every couple years, some ghost would rise up and the monks would come and put him down. But now they're coming up all over the place. The last few years they've been becoming more and more common, and more of a problem as well. Especially for me. They don't take too kindly when I try to, tidy up their coffins and things. But it also means I can't use those areas of the necropolis. It's too dangerous now. So, you interested? I've seen you fight. You put that spirit down good and proper. Better than the monks who used to come here, even. I reckon you've had training in this sort of thing. But you don't look like a monk, so you probably don't have their scruples about money either. I, come by a lot of valuables in my line of work. I can pay well. So, you interested? Great! Now those ghosts will know who's boss around here. They just bring themselves back up as fast as I can put them in. I'll give you a reward for any ghosts you take care of. You can make good money that way. There are 3 main ghosts to deal with. Miss Chan, Merchant Bai, and Mr. Ren. I'll give you a reward for each, of course. I know a bit about them, but not that much. If you need a little something to give you an extra edge, I'm sure I can part with some trinkets I've found. I mean, it's not like they'll need them anymore. Huh? It's not like they need any of that anymore. Feel some compassion for them, do you? Maybe you don't have what it takes to do my job. Then you're no better than me. We both just do the best we can with what we're given, so let's just leave it at that. Is there anything else you wanted? Right then. If you need to find me, I'll be at my house a little farther down this path.
Bring me my baby!
Was that sagacious zoo up ahead? I knew he was a traitor. Why else would he be sneaking into the fortress? We will have to be doubly careful. There's no telling what traps he has laid out for us. This site was to be my father's tomb. I doubt he knows what use Death's Hand has put it to.
Please! Bring me my baby!
Is someone there?
Vengeance will be mine!
Help! One of those damn spirits came up right in my backyard. The stupid thing won't let anyone get by. It's got my tools and everything. Just kill the damn thing. It's dead then? Heh, good. I knew that old bag would try to come back for me someday, but she wouldn't have guessed I'd have someone like you on my side. Yeah, I guess you could say that. She was my mother-in-law. Never once in her life did she say a kind word to me, and now she tried to keep at me even in death. You got what you deserved! Do you hear me? You deserved it!
You're an odious little man, you know that?
But any good job deserves a reward, of course. Here you go. She had some nice things in her grave, too. Since she's gone, I guess she won't be keeping me from them anymore. It's not a robbery. We're family. I'm just taking it back. Besides, she doesn't need it anymore, and I do. Now, go and find those ghosts I told you about. Can't get a good day's work done with them still around.
Vengeance will be mine! That cheating, lying sow, sullying the Ren name and dragging it in the dirt like this, putting me in the dirt! Ren Fang, if I ever get my claws on you, I'll leave you a stinking, bloated corpse! You've heard of me? What do you know? What do you want here? I have no time for idiots who only want to rob my grave. I exist only for revenge. Revenge on my wife, who after so much talk of faithfulness and love, decided she would be better off without me. She killed me! Poisoned me in my own house. When I find her... Oh, but I can! I can find her and tear her to shreds! I'll scatter her bones to the corners of the earth! But first, I need to find my way out of this damnable cemetery! No matter which way I turn, I always end up back here! We'd been having fights, my wife and I, and she decided to end it. I sat down to eat, and the next thing I knew, I had choked to death and ended up here. That whore decided that I wasn't good enough for her, that she would just move on to something else after our years of marriage. She'll pay. Oh yes, she'll pay. But I have to find her first. Most likely, she's still at our old home. It's in the market district near the entrance to the Black Leopard School. Find her and bring her to me.
can't I die in peace? You, what do you want? Have you come to torture me more? Have you come to see me suffer here unavenged? No one cries for merchant buy. You know of me? You've heard about the pains I suffered in life, and this continued torment I have to endure in death? You can understand? You don't run in terror like the rest. Instead, you talk to me. Perhaps you can help. I was a merchant in life. Not a rich one, but I made enough to survive. I sold mostly to the poorer sections of the city. My goods weren't the finest, but they were practical. At the time, there were a pair of brothers, Seet Su and Si Ran, who were the terror of the streets. They extorted money and goods from everyone. They tried to extort from me. When I wouldn't give them what they wanted, they decided to make an example of me. They killed me and mutilated me, and left me dead in that alley. They terrorized the city for weeks after that, but they were finally run down. That might have been where it ended, just as done, but it wasn't. They were buried here, with me. Their deaths, execution by beheading, were harsh enough that they have risen again. My spirit cannot rest quiet with them here. Even now in death, they mock me and torment me as they did in my final moments of life. They drive me mad! Yes, yes! If my killers are at least removed from this world, their spirits will no longer torment me. You must find a way to defeat them and drive them from this place. They were common criminals, so they were not given a normal burial. They were dumped in a communal grave underground to the south. I'm sure you can find them. Thank you, stranger. If you can truly help me, if you do, I'll show you something that even Shen hasn't found yet.
Where... My baby, please, where is he? Where has Shen taken him? Yes. If you know me, then you must know the pain I feel. My baby! That monster Shen has taken him from me. He was only a few moments old when that vile man took him from me, ripped him from my arms and carried him away. Please find my baby. Bring him back to me. Let me know how he's doing. Please, you have to help me find him. Shen must know where he is. That abominable little man took him from me. Kill him, torture him, whatever you need. Just find my baby. Find that hideous little man and bring the truth out of him however you can.
Dancing pretty lights. There's fire in the air and fire inside. They scream like music. You'll scream like a demon when fading moon puts the light inside of you. There's more than that on my head. There's a crown of flame that burns all the time, even when it gets tighter. You'll scream like those maggot people leeching off the Empire until they burn.
look who has come to see us. A mortal, then? Shall we feast, brother?
Yes. I've always wanted to taste a woman like this. Such fine quality. Her screams will mean so much to me.
Have you managed to defeat them at last? Thank you. I feel as if a great weight has been lifted from my spirit. Here, let me show you this. Something Shen hasn't found yet. I hope you use it well, and thank you. The grave-digging business sure is a killer. What do you need? What about them? Well,
that makes things easier on me for sure. Now I can start selling those old plots again. Next time I'll just throw the bones in the river and be done with it. Here's the reward I promised you. Now, if you find any more, remember, I'll pay good money for you to put them back down again. So get out there and get some ghosts. Venerated ancestors. Anything else you want to know about the ghosts? The great... what... Ah, Miss Chan. A tragedy, really, and one that happens all too often. It's always the pretty ones who go. She died in childbirth, and the baby died with her. Her family put her in the family plot along with her son. She came up again recently, looking for revenge on me. She seems to think that I killed her baby, or took it, or something. Maybe she saw me take away the body, but she won't believe me. Every time I go near, she tries to kill me. That's valuable retail space over there. Her baby? Not much. It's in one of the plots there. I'm sure you can find it if you look. It was a long time ago. I don't even remember what its name was. But it was short, I know that. Definitely less than 3 words. But... sorry, that's really all I remember. Anything else you want to know about the
Please, bring me my baby! Have you found my baby? No. No! I can't I refuse to believe it. My darling, precious little boy. He can't be dead. Not now. Not like this. He must be out there. I must see him with my own eyes. I can't believe anything you say. Words lie. People lie. I must see him with my own eyes. If he were dead, he would be here in my family plot with my other relatives. If your lies are true, then Shen, that murdering monster, would have buried him here. All my family is here. But I don't know these names. I don't know my baby's name. My family would have named him after I passed beyond. Shen must know, or there must be some way to find him. I remember so little since I passed away. He was my darling child, my only son. I had planned to name him... I don't remember what it was. So much of the past is unclear to me now. I remember there was an aunt, an uncle, or was it his father? I don't remember it any clearer than that. Every time I try to grasp it, it slips away. Are you sure? I know I wouldn't be able to stand it if I was separated from him again. Please don't let this madness consume me. Are you sure it is the right grave? I cannot read. Which one is he? This old man, he can't...
The grave-digging business sure is a killer. What about them? Well, that's a relief. Can't have her going off and trying to rip out my eyes or something every time I go around there.
I need those eyes.
Here's the reward I promised you. Now, if you find any more, remember, I'll pay good money for you to put them back down again. So get out there and get some ghosts. Venerated ancestors. Anything else you want?
Why would the governor want to accuse you of doing this, Sung Tao?
Yes. Is there something I can do for you? Yes. Yes, I am. How do you know my name? Have we met? My husband? My husband is dead! He has visited you and asked you to kill me? And he still wants me dead. It breaks my heart to hear it. Even though he may never believe me, I know that he died only by accident, and I mourn him still. Not a day goes by that I do not feel the pain of his passing. It should never have happened. I was preparing dinner for him, as I normally did, but it burned, so I went and bought some food already prepared. It was the salmon. I knew it smelled odd when I bought it, but the price was right, and I needed it in a hurry, and I'm so ashamed. Yes, it is. No matter what you say, I will live the rest of my life with this guilt. But what pains me more is that his spirit cannot rest. I have tried to visit his grave, but his madness knows no bounds. He seeks to drive me away at all costs. I think he might even try to kill me. His hatred is unreasoning, but understandable. He has never been able to listen long enough to have me explain what happened. It must be dreadful for him. I don't know. If there was some way for you to give him peace, then yes, I think that could help. I can't bear to see him remain this way. Yes, if we went together, he might listen. Can we go now, then, to see him?
You're back to gloat over this victory of yours, Harpy? Causing my torment and death, is that satisfying to you? How can you be so certain? How can you believe her after you know what she's done to me?
Because he believes me. He has seen me at our home mourning for you still. Not a day has gone by where I didn't cry over your death. It almost makes me wish you'd have your wish, just so I could be with you again.
Feng, you really do care. Then all this time, my cursing, it was wrong. You killed me, but I see now in those eyes I fell in love with that you didn't mean to and that it pains you greatly. I forgive you, Feng.
Thank you for what you have done, for both of us. In time, I hope I can repay you your kindness.
The grave-digging business sure is a killer. What do you need? What a good riddance. Hells, it was probably his old lady that offed him in the first place, and for good reason too, I bet. It's all just business to me, you understand. Here's the reward I promised you. You know, you've done a lot of good here in the necropolis. You've managed to clear out pretty much all of the really troublesome spirits here. One spirit didn't stay here at all, though. Took up his body and left. Moved in with his son, I heard, and the son isn't pleased. He even asked me for a refund. Now that was an expensive burial. I can't give refunds like that. It's bad for business, too, having my customers getting up and walking away. That's where you come in. I need you to go to the Tanners in the city core and put his father back in his grave once and for all. It's Tanner Fong. There'll be an extra big reward for that one. Is there anything else you need right now?
Always a pleasure. Yes, I heard that Fading Moon's arsons had ended. Excellent work. Burning the poor is troubling after a fashion, but the scholars and merchants, that was her mistake. Yes, yes, of course they do. And they shall have exactly as much protection as they can afford to contribute to the taxes. Here's the standard bounty. Accept it with the thanks of the Empire. Well, that brings an end to our pursuit of two fiends. A shame I don't have more work for someone with your skills. Of course. Thanks.
A great bounty hunter to have dealt with two cases in so little time. Your work is not done, though. There is another in this city with a price on her head. A richer price than those two. Her name is Aishi the Mournful Blade, and you can find her at the Black Leopard School. She is accused of most crimes, and several had to be invented to account for her actions. She is a terror upon the face of the Empire. Murder, theft, and worse, yet never a smile or a hint of revelry in what she did. That is why she is known as Aishi the Mournful Blade. Because I want you to know. My role in this matter is of no concern to you. I am simply an old man who sees a chance for some good to come from bad. It is across the river and at the far end of the market district. A grassy path leads up, away from the noise of the city. Atop the hill lies the Black Leopard School, and within, Aishi. She is waiting for someone to come find her, I think. I watched her walk into this city, and now I tell you, there's no mystery in this.
We shouldn't let a criminal run free. Something tells me that there's more to this story than this man's telling us, though.
When you reach her, you should ask her for her story. She has a most interesting tale to share.
It's about time somebody...
When he grows up, my son wants to be the arena...
Law?
Sipa sa ayer ki unyer, Juanur Shinro ni Sipa. Owo sayer o yukap tantaro nano, wo tarwayer shathir owo. Owo sayer o yukap tantaro nano, wo tarwayer shathir owo. Owo sayer o yukap tantaro nano, wo tarwayer shathir owo.
Wowo sun pononot, yapapap nasia wir sayer wuth. Sair yagoak, kokonato siri panoneniku. Wotowe ukawana ir usowana da hoki. Niato nanapadi irovir.
Can't you tell?
O no yui wakitsu sa irako shosi. Oke fakarea ni okaristoipa. Ikirnik tine piru wo iferek ukson puno. Niato nanapadi irovir. Kuni ugnawata ir. Wo anania ifewir uk sonoruk noka uk snapir. Kunir fuk no sankud nano wana nyapir. Isana yuyo. Tasi si tintu. Funye wo wosi ye wo tahufu. Ikirnik tine piru wo iferek uk son puno. We will kukupir finisi takawo. Wo anania ifewir uk sonoruk noka uk snapir. Ikirnik tine piru wo iferek uk son puno.
Wo afawer sun urk fonir uk. Uksier sa fit kup wo sarkir. Usosier uthak tarwair. Shathir owosu.
Niato nanapadi irovir. Kuni uk nawata ir.
Ak nukwair tu ak ithruir nuka pifu tatuir kwair fenurt.
Oke fakarea ni okaristoipa.
Koriak anatir ud kwair washun. Okyo rufir ni sair shenefushpa, sair renkipa, sair thinopi wuwuth u sair wansan. Ak wiwo ofir, san kasowir wowo siyutana.
Ukirwir no fantayana ukona ni pinatawa. Niato nanapadi irovir. Kuni ugnawata ir.
Wo afawer sun urk fonir uk. Uksier sa fit kup wo sarkir.
Ko air ki yer iyo ni busahir brante. Sa ir yagoak kokonato sir ipanoneniko.
Wosu warwair ni aksair tatasi.
Irkana. O nikasurir kwana no kasa iriro.
Onu yuir napair wo kwair shapshir fan onu yusair ikupan. Onu yusair akanto kithir.
Tawe ir kawana ir sonir ipoki.
Wo kausoir noka wowo tarwail shaksiro finupifu.
Irkana. O nikasurir kwana no kasa iriro.
The grave-digging business sure is a killer. What do you need? Of course he was dead. The family wouldn't exactly have given me a live man to bury, now would they? That would be Unprofessional. Can't have stuff like that getting around. You, dealt with the problem, though? Well, that's good, I guess. As long as I'm not giving any refunds, of course. Here's what I promised you. Business has been more lively lately with you around. A little gravedigger humor there, see? Lively? I'm good. Not at the moment, no. As for later...